Hello, YouTubers. I am Angela Logan, and this is Everyday Shenanigans. Thanks for joining me on this Thursday, October 31st, 2019. Happy Halloween. Thanks for joining me. I want to bring you an update on the story deriving out of Texas on that shooting that took place on Saturday, and it reads as follows. Greenville shooting suspect pointed guns at targets' heads, a witness says. A protected witness says they saw Greenville shooting suspect Brandon Ray Gonzalez leave a dice game held in the restroom of the party venue before pointing a gun at the heads of his targets and opening fire late Saturday night. Two people were killed in the shooting, 23-year-old Kevin Berry Jr. and 23-year-old Byron Cravens Jr. 6 other people suffered gunshot wounds, while another 6 were injured trying to flee the shooting. Of the survivors, only one remains in critical condition as of Wednesday. According to a probable cause affidavit obtained by NBC5, an investigator with the Texas Department of Public Safety said the unnamed witness reached out to the Texas Rangers on Monday and identified the shooter by his Facebook profile, FML Jeff. Jefe, whom investigators later determined was Gonzalez. The witness told investigators they were certain without a doubt that Gonzalez murdered Berry and Cravens, and that they first noticed Gonzalez in the line behind them at the front door at about 9:15 p.m. At 11:30 p.m., the witness said they saw Gonzalez in the restroom of the party venue playing dice with a large group of people, and that within 15 seconds of leaving the restroom, Gonzalez pulled a handgun from his waistband and began shooting. Okay, the witness reported hearing about 8 shots. DPS investigators confirmed recovering 7 spent cartridges at the scene. The witness told investigators that there was no visible threat directed toward Gonzalez when he began firing, and that Gonzalez was intending to kill because he pointed the gun directly at the head of his targets. Families, friends mourned loss of 2 men killed in Greenville shooting. While talking with investigators, the witness showed detectives the bloody jacket they were wearing that night and said that after being shot, Berry fell into them, and then he fell to the ground. Investigators said the witness also provided a rough sketch of the venue showing how the chain of events unfolded and where Gonzalez was at the time of the shooting, related to the locations of the victims. Investigators said the information provided was consistent with evidence recovered at the scene. Shortly after Hunt County Sheriff Randy Meeks announced Gonzalez was the sole suspect in the shooting, his brother and friend defended him in the sheriff department parking lot. Who is he? Gabrielle Gonzalez asked, talking about his older brother. He's not the person they're making him out to be. That's not him. I know my brother. It's not him. Gonzalez's friend Zach Bowen said the two went to the party together and that he never saw the shooter. I didn't see nobody. I didn't see the guy, Bowen said. I know for a fact it wasn't Brandon. Driver fleeing Dallas vigil amid barrage of gunfire arrested. Both Bowen and Gonzalez's brother insisted they arrested the wrong person for the shooting. Bowen said Gonzalez wore a tactical vest to the party for fashion, but said it did not have bullet shielding plates in it. I need more facts, Gonzalez's brother said, holding back tears. I need all of his friends that was there with him. I need everybody. If you was there, I need you right here. Gonzalez is being held on a $1 million bond. Now, naturally, with this story, oh my goodness, it was so much going on, consisting of at least 750 people attended this event. They claimed that the shooter came through the back door and started shooting at a target. He had targeted a individual, but then they said started shooting other people as well. Naturally, a lot of people were injured trying to climb out of windows, and that's how they got cut up, trying to flee to get to safety. Initially, the police was called to the venue before this shooting erupted on a call saying there were too many cars parked on the highway. Now, why someone would call, I do not know, because first of all, this is a rural place. It's in the middle of nowhere. It's off a highway. So it's kind of like, why would someone call about cars being parked? Obviously, there was nowhere to park. That's why the people parked on the side of the road. Then you factor in the police were there on that call. And in the first report I brought you, they state in the article that, hey, it jumped off while they were there reporting the issues about the cars. Now, mind you, the killer had to walk by them. Okay? Walk by them in the midst, or run rather, in the midst of all that stuff going on, people running, trying to flee to safety. So here we go. Two guys were supposed to be working the venue. One is a police officer from a neighboring town, and one was a security guard. The security guard is now alleging he was in his car, but he can verify by witnesses that he was there. But those witnesses are not giving any information. Why? Up for speculation. Do they not want to be involved? Do not want to give their name? Or is he lying and that's why they don't want to speak? Do not know. Okay, now, he enters through the back door. So how many exits does this place have? That was not specified. Naturally, couldn't have been too many because you have all these people running and jumping out of windows to get out of this place. Two people cannot contain 750 people in a room. We already know that. Why they only had two people working, that's going to be another issue. God knows there'll probably be lawsuits just because you didn't have enough people that could ascertain the situation. You also, if you didn't have proper exits for this building, that's going to be a problem. So as you see, this is an interesting story. And now, right before I was going to bring you this story, I did so many takes to do this video, 50 million different articles. This one now states his family thinks they have the wrong guy. I don't know. Now factor in they did a vigil for one of the victims, okay? Why are they shooting at that venue? But now they're saying that wasn't related to this situation or the victim that died. But think about what you're saying. You're holding a vigil. Some group of people are holding a vigil for the victim, and yet somebody decides to pull out a gun at that vigil and start shooting. Why would they do that? Why did this guy shoot this guy? Why did he target this guy? Why did he then in turn start shooting at these people? This story about the dice game. First article I read, nothing about a dice game. Read another article today before I jumped on, nothing about a dice game. Pick up this article number 3, dice game. Was he angry? Lose his money? So he thought, I'm just going to shoot everybody in the room because I've lost my money. Speculation, you do not know. But what I will say, 2 people could not do nothing with 750 people. Why he waits to go off on these people, I don't know. The guy's friends are saying he's not that type of guy. Yes, he wore a tactical vest, but it was just, flim flam for show. I don't know. And that's the thing about these types of situations. But they're not deeming this, the police, a mass shooting. But, that'll be up for speculation as well, due to the fact that you're first saying that he shot at the person that he wanted, and then he started shooting at other people. And naturally, 750 people trying to get out of a room, they're trampling over one another, and that's how a lot of people got injured. It's a wonder it wasn't worse than it was, because I can't even imagine people climbing over each other trying to get out. And a lot of people have died in situations like this, trying to get to safety, and they were trampled upon by the party goers. I will say it is sad. This is a very sad story because this was consisting of young people, college party, Halloween, homecoming party. And now you see, and you've seen, I'm sure most of you, that young people cannot gather and go out. There's always some shenanigans going on pertaining to young people going out to parties, bars, whatever. I don't know what the issue is, why young people cannot gather together, why someone would wait to shoot someone at a party. But it seems like I've noticed this, and just with some issues with urban areas, there's always on a club night, party, function, barbecue, bar night, whatever. Somebody's got beef with somebody sees somebody they don't like, words ensue, eye contact, mean mugging, whatever. Now you go ham, you shoot up the whole place, and now other people have gotten hurt, all because you've had an issue with somebody else in the room. And these other people didn't have a dog in the race. And it's not fair to them. It's not fair to the business owner. It's not fair to the victims. It's not fair to the people who were there trying to have a good time. And this is why a lot of businesses get closed. It's because of gunfire erupting in the venue or outside of the venue, or that venue has a lot of issues, with violence and altercations. So this is interesting due to the fact that this was out in the middle of nowhere. Okay, you're talking about a Greenville, Texas, small town. This took place, I think, 2.5 miles outside before you get into the city limits of Greenville. So it was on a stretch of highway. And as I said, initial complaint came in about the cars. I don't know why. Someone was upset about the cars. Why? I don't know. Why this gentleman came through a back door. So now we're getting two conflicting stories. First articles since the other day state the gentleman came through the back door as intentional. Start firing. Those were the reports I got. First story. Two articles. He came through the back door, started shooting. He knew who he was shooting at. Then he started shooting at other people. Iffy. Now, someone is saying that he came out of the restroom and started shooting shortly, like quickly, out of the restroom at people's heads. So now, you see, you never know what to believe because now you're getting conflicting reports. Also, the officer, or let's say the security guard who was supposed to be working, he was found in his car. Why was he not inside or at the door? I also read it initially that a police officer was supposed to be working the door, and his back would have been to the door when the guy came in shooting allegedly from the back entrance. So now you don't know what is what. You don't know who was where. One security officer is outside of his car doing God knows what. Then allegedly there's supposed to have been an officer at the front door whose back was to the door when the shooting erupted. Then allegedly officers were on the scene in pertaining to the first complaint about the cars being parked on the side of the highway. My condolences and prayers to the two victims who lost their lives, to the people who were injured, praying for your quick recovery. And it is very sad that, as I said, young people can't gather. And yes, we have seen other issues that took place here recently with people out having a good time, grown folks having a good time, and someone decides to walk up to a bar and start shooting the people outside on the sidewalk. As you see, we have a lot of disturbed people. We have a lot of angry people, and they don't mind snuffing you out for no reason. They don't got to know you. They don't have to have a problem with you at all. Happy Halloween. Mercy. I will bring you another update pertaining to this story. I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank my new subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank you for the lovely compliments. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. I really do. And you all have a safe weekend. Until the next video, this is Angela Logan and Everyday Shenanigans. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.